I want to talk about the real reason why friendships disappear in your 30s, right? And I got a list of topics I kind of want to go over with you so you can understand where I'm coming from. So, friendships used to happen automatically. Now, what I mean by that, in school, work, in your neighborhoods, or you got mutual friends, everyone kept connecting. That's no longer the case right now, right? Everybody got families, everybody busy with their work. Some people travel for work. And and you also know, like, having a friendship comes with certain things. People gonna want to talk, some people want you to hang out, and you really ain't got the time for all that anymore, right? So I feel like when we were once young, like high school, college, or whatnot, or even starting off in your professional career, yo, you wanted friends and stuff like that. But once you hit like 30, you go through life, you probably want like one or two, some solid friends, but not like a gang of people you got to keep up with, because that can be tiring. People want you here and there. You don't want to start feeling guilt tripping. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. Number two, everyone's life starts moving at a different speed. So what I mean by that is some people get married, have children, build a career, entrepreneurship. Some people relocate. Some people just carefree. You know what I mean? So different speed for different people. And you know how they say like age had no maturity? That's very true, because a lot of people probably 28 still in the club. Some people probably 35 still at the club. You know what I mean? And they not really on that game. So you might be married or career focused, and this other person next to you probably, you know what I'm saying, like carefree, don't even care about none of that, kind of like going with the wind. And you probably like, oh yeah, we don't align. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't align. My attentions is over here. Yeah, you cool and whatnot, but it won't go further than that. You know what I mean? Number three, you stop forcing relationships that feel one-sided. So this going back to like you noticing like the only one who calls when they need something, right? So wait, you notice who only calls when they need something. So they can go for family, they can go for anything, but that's true. Like, you like, okay, even though I knew this person for this amount of time, like like all they do is call me for something, for money, for a ride, like anything. Like, you know, when they calling, they need something, they gonna be like, so how your day been or whatnot. You know what I mean? Knowing that they trying to ask for something, you know, like butter you up. But that's one thing. And I feel like a lot of people can like relate to that, because they like, yo, I don't even need that many friends. That's why I don't even bother nobody, because all they do is ask for something. You know what I'm saying? So number four is busy schedules become an easy excuse. People may genuinely be busy, but nobody is too busy forever. This is kind of two-sided, because if you're super busy, you're gonna be tired. And if you're tired, you're not gonna want to go out. But some people always be like, oh, I'm busy, I'm busy. I got this schedule, entrepreneurship. I ain't got time for this. And you kind of like, yo, and they go back to the one-sided thing. Like people only gonna call you, you know what I'm saying? Like if they need you, but if you hit them up, they be like, oh, I'm busy. You know what I mean? Like, not cool. You know what I'm saying? Distance. Distance is a big part. Like, you probably don't see your friends for certain occasions. And that goes to me, right? I got friends in Atlanta, Alabama, Florida. And the only time we really see each other, like if something big happened, and for instance, like them getting married. You know, I'm in a wedding, and you really don't see them often, but you probably FaceTime them, you probably talk to them on the daily, probably text and whatnot. But proximity, that's a big factor when it comes to like friendships. And it's not that you guys like don't want to see each other, but some people got families, some people got, work obligations, and they just can't up and deal on call. Like that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So growth can make old friendships uncomfortable. So friends may struggle when they change your mindset, habits, career, or goals. So yeah. So that goes to like your beliefs, right? Or your habits, or if you in the gym and somebody else eating like a slop and you kind of like, yo, they don't align with me. Or even, you know what I'm saying? Like you've been working on yourself for so long and this person still talking about going to the club. And you like, nah, like I'm trying to get $1 million by next year. You get what I'm saying? Like that whole growth, and sometimes growth is needed to help the other person go up, but sometimes somebody can look down, they feel like, I keep giving them advice but they ain't taking it. But that go back to like, understanding where they at, and you can't fault them if you truly love them. But maybe, your friendship might struggle. You might not want to hang with them. You might not have too much in common, and you probably end up be like, you know what? Let me just drop this to the wayside. I still got love for you, but it's all good, right? This is a good one right here. Comparison and silent jealousy become more noticeable. Your success can reveal who was supporting you and who was competing with you. Now, I hope you guys don't have to relate to that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the real thing. If you're like succeeding in life and they like, yo, I know him. Like we raised in the same city, you know what I'm saying? And they everybody else cheering on for you, and they kind of like bashing you, like, man, he ain't like that for real, or man, he got help from such and such. When your eyes, you just happy for them, you know what I'm saying? But they trying to be like, man, they outgrowing, you know what I'm saying? They feel like you outgrowing them, so now they hate on you. You get what I'm saying? So that can be a real thing, and that can happen to your family too. Just imagine you got a bunch of siblings, and your siblings ain't happy for you, and all they do is talk down on you, like, or even your cousins or whatnot. Like, not a good thing. All they do is just gossip about you, but you still got love for them. But you got to realize, like, yo, like, I gotta drop that. All right. Number 8, different lifestyles create distance. So, drinking, partying, parenthood, finances, religion, fitness, and ambition can separate people. Now, I've been hearing about kind of lately that a lot of people religions been conflicting, and they really don't have the same point of view anymore. They feel like one person wrong, one person right. Right now, I'm not on here to talk about religion and whatnot, but that is a thing, when it comes to like friendships, drinking. Some people go overboard with it, partying, clubbing. People got families. Some people freshly divorced. Some people freshly married. So or like I said, finances. Yo, if you got your money together and your friend ain't got their money together, you know what I'm saying? You don't even want to ask that person to go out because you kind of know like they ain't got their money together. And you don't mind like spotting them here and there, but you like, yo, like you shouldn't even be going out if you ain't got your money together. Like what you gonna do if you ain't got your money together? Or even if you going to a restaurant, like you ain't got your money together, you kind of like, let me find the right restaurant so it can accommodate for everybody. Cause you know that you can pay for it, but you like, man, he probably ain't got the bread for it. So let me try to like spot him. And then slowly, you know what I'm saying, you just stop inviting them. You know what I'm saying? You stop inviting your friends out. And then just fall by the wayside. Let's see what else we got. You develop stronger boundaries. So the things you tolerate in your 20s may become unacceptable in your 30s. That's real. If someone say something to you, or like a family member says something to you in your 20s, you might not be having it in your 30s. You grown. Your perspective changed. You got boundaries now. If a friend said something to you, you probably used to laugh it off, but now you kind of like, yo, don't even play with me like that. You know what I mean? Like that's a real thing. Like respect my boundaries, especially if you had a conversation about it. But they keep going on and on. You like, yo, they don't respect my boundaries. I bet I'm not tolerating it no more. That's disrespect now. Like nah, they gone. You feel me? All right. Some friendships depended on an older version of you. And this goes back to talking about like how you grown as a person, right? Like you probably was like joking around a lot, right? You probably used to be the person to joke around a lot. So when they see you, they expect you to act that way, put on the mask. But you probably not even like that no more. So when they come around, you know what I'm saying, you probably try to put on that old act, and then you realize like, yo, that's not me no more. You take out the mask, you reveal your true self now, and they kind of like, yo, I don't know who that is. Yo, that person right there, like, I don't know that person. You know what I'm saying? And they start feeling awkward, and you can feel like that between each other, you know, clashing. And I got one more for you. I made a full list, but I feel like this video getting long. If you got one other list, I will give it to you. This is the last one, and I forgot what number it was at. If you remember number, put it in the comments. Friendship in your 30s has to become intentional. So you must schedule calls, plan visits, communicate, and actively make new friends. This is the realest one. That's the realest one. And I kept that for last, and I wanted to say it last because as you live your life, as you went through all the things you went through in your life, you know what I'm saying, you learned a lot of lessons. You're not going to invite just anybody in your life. You super intentional on making friends, but you even more intentional or cautious of who you let in your circle. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you don't have to tolerate that no more. You live in a life where you pay your own bills, you going to work, you know what I'm saying, you got your car, you got all these things. Why would you let somebody come in and disrupt any of that? You know what I'm saying? But also knowing if you want that, you're gonna have to go out. You might have to join some kind of organization, a club, you know what I'm saying? Not go to the club, but join a club, you know what I'm saying? You know, probably go to the gym, you know, the interest that you like. So when you find someone, you be like, oh snap, you like to play ping pong too? They were like, yeah. Y'all might get cool. You might have similar interests. Just saw ping pong. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why ping pong came to my head. But you gotta be intentional with it, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I have. Let me know if you agree with this list or you don't agree with this list. I'm very curious how you feel about it. Make sure you subscribe. That's all I got. Bye.